Hello friends, Sam McGrahm doing TCGs yet again. Closing out this case of the new Jump to Lightspeed Star Wars Unlimited that has been truly exceptionally wild up to this point. This case has already had 2 showcase cards and I believe the number to be 23 Legendaries out of the first 4 boxes. So we've got the last 2 boxes. Who knows what these last 2 boxes are going to give to us? We've also opened those 2 Carbonite boxes. The first which got us a serialized card and another showcase, which was just delightful to see. So we've got all kinds of goodness that has come our way. There's Chimera, Radiant 7. Okay. I had not seen this card yet. Legendary first pack, and it's one we hadn't seen. So it's the ambassadorship from the beginning of Phantom Menace. It's a 5/6 for 7. Each enemy non-leader gets -1 for each damage on it. Deal 5 indirect damage to a player when played. Heck yeah. We dig that card. Dorney Gunship, Target, Retro Airspeeder, Seasoned Fleet Admiral, and you can fly casual. So yeah, this set is pretty stellar in my opinion. Torpedo Barrage. One of those cards that's hyperspace that kind of hides that it's hyperspace. Grim Valor, speaking of hyperspace. Targeting Computers, a nasty card. Yeah, in case there are a lot of nasty cards in this. That do some pretty distressing things. There is Nabat Village and a Cloaked Star Viper, which I still think looks really cool. I realized, and I haven't gone back to check on this yet, but it looks an awful lot like I once again did, this time though, 4 videos where the audio is messed up. So I'm going to have to go back and re-record that. Corporate Shuttle and a Hyperfoil attack run. So I'm going to have to go take a look at that. And I get the feeling that I'm going to have to be re-recording a lot of audio, which has me frustrated, to put it mildly. So we'll see how that goes. But that's the mood I'm in right now, honestly. We got Annihilator as our second legendary. That's a really freaking cool Star Destroyer. Super Star Destroyer. Star Dreadnought, if you will. Depending on your exact inclinations. Kaz. First Order Stormy. Fly Casual, Krennic. We got a Contracted Hunter. We got the Divisible Hand. But this one, I can see the stuff jumping around. This one is working fine. I should pay better attention. I've made this mistake too many times of late. And then you'll have to hear me whining about it. I apologize. On every level. It messes with the original reactions, Echo Base Engineer, and the whole rigmarole just gets messed with. There's Allegiant General Pride and a gummed up hotshot maneuver. I don't know if I like that card or not. I don't like that it's chewed up. Know that for sure. Luke. timely reinforcements. There's Moff Gideon himself. So yeah, this one feels like those first couple boxes must have just been ridiculous flukes, because this is feeling much more standard, if you will. IG 2000 and a Hyperfoil Blade Squadron B-Wing. I like that. It's not my favorite card in the set, but it's a good one. Admiral Snack Bar. Ooh, we got a Hyperspace MC30. I like that. You like our Mon Calamari designs. Pantoran Thief and a Captain Tarkin. Only 2 legendaries so far this box. Phoenix A-Wing. It's still coming. Sidon Ithano and a foil Corvus. Very well. Rose. Swarming Vulture, which is just fun. You can play 15 of them. It's not quite the 101 Dalmatians from the 99 Dalmatian puppies from Lorcana page, but it's that same concept, and I like it. Thrawn. Mist Hunter, Biggs, Lightspeed Assault, and a tank. Still only 2 legendaries. We're getting into the last quarter of this box. We're not quite there yet. Shoot down. That card is a winner. We're a big fan of that one in this house. Munificent Frigate. I don't even remember seeing that before. I feel like I had to have, but that's just funny. R2, BB-8, Fireball, Cat and Mouse, and Covering the Wing. It's not as cool as the B-Wing, because it can sit there for now, it's fine. Ventress. That thing's dilapidated. They hate that ship. Hey, there's a Profundity. So we hate that. They hate that ship, and then a legendary Profundity. It still didn't get to be over an SSD though. Sorry. Insurgents, Saboteurs. So 3 solid legendaries at least. Annihilator, Profundity, and Radiant 7. I hadn't seen Radiant 7 before this. Dengar, Silver Angle, stay on target. Radis, there we go. And a Hyperfoil Razor Crest to go with. Super happy to see the Radis. Control another resistance card at all. Get Sentinel. When defeated, deal damage equal to its power to an enemy unit. I dig the Radis. Rose. Cloaked Star Viper. Blue Leader. War Juggernaut, nice. Sabine's Masterpiece. Alright, so hopefully we got 4 packs left. 1 more legendary. 1 more. We got Paige, Rafa, Salvage, Roberto Fettuccini. Heck yeah. The leader, the new leader one is kind of yucky. He's a really potent pilot that when I played against it did some significantly troublesome things to me. That's a card, is what I'm getting at. Holdo. Grim, Red, Von Ray, Tam, and a Houndstooth. Alright, last pack. Legendary. One more. Astromech Pilot, Boshek, Podamrin, and the Starhawk. Yes, one more indeed. That was a good pile of legendaries and a hyperspace, or not a hyperspace, a foil rare to go with. All right, last box. The last three, well, the third of 6 had a showcase, so I guess we can't count. But like the last few boxes have been more standard, more on par. There's the Radis again. They hate that ship. We've been getting some... What we have been pulling has still been really good. Excuse me. I apologize. Krennic. Patrol. Hyper Legendary Han. That's a solid start. All right. That's a good early hit right there. Fleet Interdictor. Just a cool looking card, especially in the hyperspace. Sitto. And a Death Space Skirmisher. That's an interesting card too. If you control another space unit, you may exhaust a unit. That is potentially handy in many situations. We had a Swarming Vulture there. Darth Vader. There we go. There we go. What does he even do? So he's a 7/7 for 6. But if a pilot attached unit gains on attack, you may deal 1 damage to a unit. If unit is defeated this way, you may deal 1 damage to a unit or base. I think you still can't be above the Annihilator. I like my ships too much. That's awesome though. 2 legendaries already. One of them is hyperspace. And a regular Han Solo. Goodness, okay. So 3 legendaries so far this box. 2 of them are Han Solo. Let's keep this train going. Oscillator and a Millennium Falcon foil. Get out and push. You can have 2 pilots on it, and it gets a bonus for each pilot on it. That's pretty decent. General Hugs, Snap Wexley, and a Hyper Foil Fireball. Kaz's fighter itself. 3 legendaries thus far. There's Luke. We got a Hyper Foil back there. R2, Heartless, U-Wing, Death Star Plans. So we got a 3rd legendary, 3rd, 4th? 4th legendary already. I've had Death Star Plans is looking like that one legendary for me. I have pulled several of them now. Republic Y-Wing. Dogfight. Red 5. No disintegrations. Bot Village and an evasive maneuver. Yeah, that was on accident. I promise. Poe. Poe is intriguing to me as a leader too. His whole thing about how you can just throw him out as a pilot, like whenever, is kind of neat. There's a hunting. There's a Phantom 2. Like, I just kind of like that ability that he has. It gives him a lot of flexibility throughout the game, even after he's already like been deployed as a unit. Fireball, Biggs, Mando, Luke, and Hugs. I believe he's tooling with you, sir. Grim Valley. This bomber right here. This Draven's cool too, actually. Before I get there, when played on attack, create an X-Wing token. Yeah, all day, every day. But this thing, put a targeting computer on this sucker, and it is nasty to be able to direct the indirect damage, especially if it's got a pilot on it and the targeting computer, just getting a massive boost to its base attack. So it's getting the attack in, and then it gets to target, it gets to direct its indirect damage. Unity of Purpose. Another legendary. So this box is looking a lot like the first ones at this point. I think that's either the 4th or 5th legendary of this box. CR90. Love that. And we are past the halfway point, though. We could just have a really dull last 10 packs or so. That is always a possibility. War Jug. Page. Or we could get another legendary home 1 and a hyperfoil perimeter ATR key. Sure, we could do that instead. Maybe I spoke too soon about the... We could have a Dolton. Kajimi Patrollers. I like to play Xbox with Patrollers. Tantive 4. Heat of Battle. And a Electromagnetic Pulse, which caused me some frustration in the pre-release I played in. Face Off. Mandalorian. Grim Valley. There we go. Another great pack. Another great legendary. This time we've got Devastator. When played, deal 4 indirect damage. You assign all indirect damage you deal. I like Devastator, I think. I think it is a good card. Red Ladder, Vonreg, Astromech, regular Cat and Mouse, and a Disparate Commando. Alright, last 6 packs. We're in the last quarter. Finishing up this case. Man, what a case it has been. Bullshit. IG-88, and we got some salvage. You can play a vehicle from your discard pile if you want, and deal 1 damage to it. It's actually a really good card now that I'm thinking about it. Huh. How about that? That might actually be really solid. Chimera. Lightspeed. Vulture Drug. Now we pulled a lot of legendaries already. I would not be shocked to not see anything else. Apology accepted. Hey, another Boba Fett. Happy to see that, honestly. Seems a decent card. I hate to die. Gold Leader, I have you now. Apology accepted. Tam and a Quasar tie carrier in Hyper. Hyper shiny. Those still bother me a little bit that they're villains. We were laughing at the pre-release about some of the cards. It's like, that feels like it should have villain on it. Or just some of them that just don't feel quite right. Trench Run. Commence Patrol's another really fun card. Stick a card back under your deck and create an X-Wing. Yeah, thank you. All day, every day. Alright, so this is the last pack. No showcase this time around, but we already got 2 in this case, so... Hondo Ohnaka, we did get 1 more legendary. Goodness gracious. So this last, we got the Hyperspace Legendary Han Solo. We got Annihilator, Profundity, Radiant 7, Starhawk, Darth Vader, Han Solo, Death Star Plans, Unity of Purpose, Home One, Devastator. What was that? Okay, no. Hondo Ohnaka. So that's what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 legendaries in these 2 boxes, bringing the total for the case up to 35. Nearly averaged 6 per box. That's wild. But wild or not, this whole set is just a blast. I've really enjoyed it. I really will enjoy re-recording the audio. I hate that y'all won't get the original reactions, at least vocally, but we'll see how it goes. Maybe I'm wrong. By this point, you'll already have figured it out anyway. It's totally fine. I love it. A+, no notes. In any case, thank you so much for spending some of your day with me. I've had a really good time cracking through these, and I hope you've enjoyed it as well, in spite of my many, many errors and foibles along the way. But as always, just thank you. I really appreciate it. I try not to take you for granted. Like, subscribe, comment, all that jazz. Tell me if you're into this, into fab, whatever you got going on. Just have a good rest of your day. Bye, y'all.